Hello my loves, I'm Ellie Frost, and on this channel we're talking about the multi-dimensional approach to rapidly and radically healing and transforming during and after narcissistic abuse. And we're going to talk today about how the narcissist steals your identity, right? It's so interesting when we go through this cycle, interesting is a light word. It's actually quite devastating how much we lose ourselves to the narcissist. The narcissist does not care who you really are. They don't care what you want and need. They care about literally eroding, like breaking you down to become who they want you to be. So you might find in this cycle that you've stopped doing the things that interest you. You've been disconnected from friends and family and people that support you because the narcissist will isolate you, right? You don't know who you are anymore. The things you love, the things that made you you, are the things that actually kind of tend to irritate the narcissist, right? They don't care who you really are. They don't want you to become more of who you are. They actually want to erode you, break you down into a kind of disempowered version of yourself that becomes a servant to them, right? You exist to be what the narcissist wants you to be. Your needs, wants and desires are not important anymore, unless they're love bombing you and using that to manipulate you. So we become a lesser version of ourselves, right? We become broken down. We don't dare follow our dreams, desires, and even imagine that we can have what we want. A relationship is about feeling great, feeling in love, feeling like you can express yourself and, be more of yourself. But with a narcissist, they're going to devalue you and diminish you and keep breaking you down slowly over time. And soon you'll start probably developing extreme anxiety. That's very common. Not trusting yourself, because you don't know who you are. Everything, the narcissist will gaslight you, distort your reality. So they'll say things like, that didn't happen, that's not how it was, that's not what I said, you're just to this, you're just to that, rather than actually acknowledge and care about your feelings. A narcissist lacks empathy, which is the understanding of how another person feels. I don't actually think, what's worse than the fact that they lack empathy is the fact that they actually do deliberately exploit you. It's not so much that they're not aware of the fact that you're being hurt by them. It's that that's exactly what they want. They want you trauma bonded. They want you hurt. They want you on the hook, right? You exist to be what the narcissist wants you to be. So they program your subconscious so that you think you don't matter, and to some extent, in your own right, you don't exist anymore. They will do everything to control you, and the easiest way to control someone is to control their emotions. Put them on the emotional roller coaster of highs and lows, right? So there's other experiences I've had with narcissists where, if I've got a problem, they've got the same problem. They're trying to steal my identity, as if it's hard to explain, but if I'm expressing something, then that's what's happened to them too. So it completely devalues and diminishes my experience because, they've gone through that. That's exactly what they're going through. It's not what I'm going through. It kind of sounds weird, but I've had that experience with narcissists, especially female ones, where it's they're trying to compete with you. The narcissist is very competitive. You know what I mean? And a way of devaluing you and diminishing your experience is to say, well, it's been worse for them. Right? Rather than empathizing and understanding and saying, my gosh, that's tough for you. I'm here for you, So they steal our identities by eroding us. They steal our identities by almost taking over who we are, pretending that they're the same, pretending that that's exactly how they feel and what they've gone through. But it's not at all. It's completely different. Right? They'll try and tell you that they're like you. They're so not like us. They're so unempathetic. They're so uncaring. They're so manipulative. They're so controlling. They're nothing like the people that work with me. Nothing. But they'll try and make out that they are. And then you start thinking you're like them. That's the thing. When they try and pretend that they're like you start thinking you're like them. The narcissist thinks everyone is beneath them. And they have such a big like toolkit of manipulation tools that it's really hard to like know where you are around them, because we get sucked in. It's so like, we want to meet people like us. They will fake that they're like us, right? We want to meet people that we can see ourselves in, you know, that we can relate to. But actually with the narcissist, it's all just a game. It's just all a way of manipulating you, make you doubt and question yourself, even doubt and question things that, you know, you've gone through that are hard for you, because, oh yeah, they've had it worse. It's been like that for them. It hasn't at all. But they use everything against you, all your experience. And over time, we start losing ourselves. They steal our identity. They steal our sense of self. That's why it's so important to come into my program Sovereign, right? Because you come home to you. You start realizing who you are. You start reconnecting to that, because most of the time in this cycle, we've lost who we are. We've completely lost ourselves. We may never have been fully who we are. We may have always been people pleasing and, you know, doing things that weren't aligned with our heart and soul, you know, because we've tried, you know, we're trying to get people to like us. We're trying to get people to understand us. We're trying to get people to validate us, right? But all of that is actually unhealthy for us. When we don't need the external validation, we validate ourselves. When we're just true to who we are, when we make that our full-time job, just to be true to who we are and what we want and need, then we're living in authenticity. And that's the healthiest and most fulfilling way to live. Actually, we start feeling happy there, right? Happiness comes when we're actually true to ourselves. And so does magnetism. I teach my clients this all the time. Like, people are really attracted to people who are free to be themselves. The more you are, the more the people that are meant for you can see you. When you're like hiding who you are, people pleasing, being diminished, being less than, doing what you think people want to make you like them, the real people that could be your strongest connections, they can't see you there. They can't connect with you there. So we really want to be sovereign. We really want to come home. We really want to like be free to express our heart's desires and be true to who we are and what we want and need. That is the most important thing, right? The narcissist will pretend they're like you. They'll pretend that there's things you've got in common that you actually don't. They're complete liars. They're complete manipulators, right? And if we've been around them for long enough, we learn how to not trust who we are. We learn how to diminish ourselves. It's like the narcissist, like, this is the irony. The narcissist devalues and diminishes us, but over time we learn to do it to ourselves. Yeah, and that's the most scariest thing. So if you want to come home, do join Sovereign. It's $555. It will change your life. You can have a payment plan for $55 a month at the moment if you email me, ellie@elliefrost.com. But don't lose who you are. Get reconnected. Get reconnected to what pleases you. Get reconnected to what you want and need. Start like going into, like, you can drop your energy from your head into your heart at any time. You can put your hand on your heart and just say, what is it that I really want? What do I want to feel? That's the most important thing. I want to feel joy. I want to feel connection. I want to feel love. I want to feel expanded, right? We lose connection to what we want, and then we get dragged into these cycles that are like a battlefield where what we want and need doesn't matter at all. It's not even a thing. You know, we just are existing to be what the narcissist wants and needs us to be, rather than who we really are. They need you to be devalued. They need you to be diminished. They need you to be weak. They need you to be disconnected from self, right? So one of the big things I teach people is how to stop self-abandoning. I hope you like this video. Please keep liking, subscribing and sharing. Lots of love, guys. I'll speak to you soon.